Hey there, my name's David and this is the Restyle File. I'm a part-time reseller on Poshmark, Mercari, Depop, eBay, and I also consign on The RealReal. Today I have a what sold video to cover my sales from July the 9th through July the 15th. I'm going to let you know what's currently selling in my reselling business, that way you know what you should be picking up at the thrift store to flip for a profit. Please make sure to subscribe and hit the bell icon, that way you're notified whenever I upload a video, and let's get started. On Sunday the 9th, I had 4 Poshmark sales and 1 eBay sale. Now, the first sale is technically the very early in the morning of Sunday, July 9th. Technically, this item had sold the prior week, but what happened was that it was on eBay, so the buyer had not paid for it until July 9th. So the item was a Half Street Studio Log & Look tie-dye eyelet poncho top, one size fits most. It sold for $43, which was an offer from the watcher on eBay. After eBay's fees, I received $36.36, and I paid $1 for this item at the Buffalo Exchange Earth Day sale a few weeks back, so my total profit on that item is $35.36. Man, I just love profits when your cost of goods is $1. Shame it doesn't happen more often. The next sale was on Poshmark, and it was a Jeffrey Campbell Student Academia Chunky White Loafers size 9. They sold for $55, which was an offer from a liker. After Poshmark's fees, I received $44. I paid $15 for these at Goodwill, so my total profit was $29. This wasn't quite as much as I had hoped compared to the comps that I saw for these, but I think out of all the chunky loafers for Jeffrey Campbell, white is probably the least interesting color, and it's the easiest one to get stained, so that's probably why they didn't sell for as much as I initially hoped. They still sold pretty good for Jeffrey Campbell. The next sale was a Gucci logo double G vintage gold tone belt. It sold for $35, which was an offer. After Poshmark's fees, I received $28. I paid $4 for this belt at Texas Thrift, and so my total profit was $24. I will never stop saying it. Do not skip the belt section, because you never know what you may be missing out on. With Gucci, you would probably hope for a much higher payout, but this was a vintage belt buckle, and it has seen some things. It is scratched up, it was tarnished. I'm sure that even if I had sent it into The RealReal, they probably would not have taken it just because of how used it was. It's still the kind of item that people like, but I knew that I wasn't going to get an insane amount of money for it. But $35 for a used belt? I'll take it. And it did sell very quickly. The next sale was a beige minimalist tent trapeze dress size medium. It sold for $45, which was also an offer. After Poshmark's fees, I received $36. I paid $8 for this dress at a charity shop, so my total profit was $24. This dress was absolutely gorgeous. I just love the sort of oversized minimalist aesthetic, and I'm glad this buyer seemed to like it a lot too. The next sale was a Lululemon gray knit high-rise full leggings size 4. They sold for $7, which was an offer. After Poshmark's fees, I received $4.05. I paid $1.75 for these leggings at a family thrift center outlet, so my total profit was $2.30. I did not notice when I purchased these, they were actually in my last haul video, that they were damaged. They had a hole on the seat, and I just listed them for $10, I think, and someone sent me an offer for $7, and I took it immediately. And those sold in probably about 2 days, if not less. So I suppose there might still be some profit even in damaged Lululemon. Got a 5-star rating and everything. The next day was Monday the 10th. I had 2 Poshmark sales. The first one was a sailor smocked crop top in multicolor gingham size 7. It sold for $10. That was an offer. After Poshmark's fees, I received $7.05. I paid $3 for this at a thrift store, so my total profit was $4. I picked this up just because I think I had heard about Sailor on another channel, but it did not move for a lot or quickly at all. I had that forever. That is a hideous photo. It's funny seeing how different my photos are from when I lived in another apartment to where they are now that I have a full lighting system and a mannequin and everything. It's completely different. It is night and day. And a good mental note is to go back and redo some of these photos, because that one, yeesh. The next sale was an Eliza J green and white gingham midi belted dress size 8. It sold for $80, which was an offer. After Poshmark's fees, I received $64. I paid $7.50 for this at a charity shop in South Texas, so my total profit was $56.50. I don't sell a lot of Eliza J just because it seems to be extremely hit and miss. I've mostly had misses before this one, but this was an absolute hit. I had that dress for probably over a year. Admittedly, I didn't list it for a long time as well, but I was very impressed when I got that $80 offer. I was like, yes, please, selling it now. The next day was Tuesday the 11th. I had 2 Poshmark sales and 2 eBay sales. My first Poshmark sale was an H&M Divided X Barbie oversized hot pink t-shirt size large, new with tags. It sold for $25, which was an offer. After Poshmark's fees, I received $20. I paid $17.99 for this shirt off the H&M website, so my total profit was $2.01. I'm not hunting for this shirt for reselling. I actually bought it for myself, and I did not like the way it fit, and I missed the return window. So I thought, the Barbie movie is coming up in theaters soon, so I might as well just list it. And it sold. That's actually not my only Barbie sale. You'll see. The next sale was an H&M small minimalist crochet look macrame bag, new with tags. It sold for $19. That was actually a FLYP sale. So FLYP, the Google Chrome extension, sent the liker an offer for 10% off with free shipping after 5 minutes, which is what I have my FLYP set for. So after Poshmark's fees, I received $15.20. I paid about $10 for this with a coupon off the H&M website, another item I purchased for myself and never used. So my total profit was $5.20. I really need to be better about keeping mind of that return window. Sometimes I end up listing some of the stuff that I buy myself, and it's not desirable and will either sit forever and not sell for a lot. The next sale was on eBay, and it was a John Varvatos linen blend black distressed cardigan sweater size medium. It sold for $30. After eBay's fees, I received $24.68. I paid $7 for this at Goodwill, so my total profit was $17.68. This blazer, sweater, cardigan thing sold lightning fast, and I kind of had a feeling it would. I priced it relatively low just because it had a hole on the underarm, but that did not prevent it. It sold lightning fast. The next sale on eBay was an Oscar de la Renta pink label Sakura Blossom satin nightgown size medium. It sold for $20. After eBay's fees, I received $16.29. I paid $3 for this item at Goodwill, so my total profit was $13.29. I had initially bought this to send into the RealReal, but they do not take Oscar de la Renta pink label specifically, so I ended up just listing it myself after it had been in my death pile forever, it seems, and it sold for a decent price after a while. I think I had that listed for probably about 4 or 5 months. The next day of sales was Wednesday the 12th. I had 5 Poshmark sales and 1 Mercari sale. My first Poshmark sale was a Harley Davidson Vintage 2010 Superstition Graphic Tee size 2X. It sold for $16, which was an offer sent to the liker by FLYP. After Poshmark's fees, I received $10.78. I paid $5 for this shirt at Goodwill, so my total profit was $5.78. I bought this shirt and like 6 other shirts at Goodwill one day when I saw that they had a bunch of Harley Davidson vintage t-shirts, thinking, oh, I hear about this brand all the time. And yeah, they have been moving for week amounts, and kind of goes to show you that you really have to take a lot of consideration about what brands you pick up. Some brands will do exceptional for other resellers and may not do so great for yourself. And you also have to keep in mind that they might be picking them up at a much lower price point, or a very different price point, or have a completely different source to grab these items, or maybe even to sell them. Perhaps they sell better on other applications. no such thing as a sure thing. That's why it's important you do your research. The next sale on Poshmark was a Scott Bros New York City wool blend Fair Isle Grandpa cardigan, size extra large. It sold for $70, which was an offer from a liker. After Poshmark's fees, I received $56. I paid $7 for this at a thrift store, so my total profit was $49. I'm not sure if it's pronounced Scott or Shot, but this brand is really good. I've only seen it a couple of times. I have a bomber jacket that I actually like for myself, and this cardigan I did have listed for a while, but admittedly I did list it in the warmer months, so I can see why it took a bit of time for it to sell. But when it did, it sold for a really great price. The next sale was a flax minimalist boat neck black dress size medium. It sold for $15. After Poshmark's fees, I received $12. I paid $1.50 for this at a family thrift center outlet, so my total profit was $10.50. Flax is a great comfort wear style brand. They make minimalist pieces that are usually out of linen, and if you pick them up at a low price, they usually sell pretty quickly and for okay money, probably about like $20 or $30. The only reason I sold this one so low was because it did have a raw hem at the bottom, meaning that it will continue to unravel unless you hem it up. Flax seems to do pretty well on eBay consistently. The next sale was an ASOS design blue cotton denim look kimono size large. It sold for $20. After Poshmark's fees, I received $16. I paid $11 for this item at a charity shop, so my total profit was $5. I don't typically pay up like $11 for ASOS, but I actually bought this item for myself, and once more, never wore it, threw it into my death pile, finally listed it, made a $5 profit. The next item to sell was a Lululemon gray license to train lined athleisure shorts size medium. They sold for $32, which was an offer. After Poshmark's fees, I received $25.60. I paid $6 for these at a Salvation Army thrift store, so my total profit was $19.60. Men's Lululemon still seems to sell pretty well, especially pants and shorts. I had those listed for less than a day and had multiple offers. The next sale was on Mercari, and they were a Rui Rich brown linen short sleeve tee. It sold for $20. After Mercari's fees and the cost to ship the item, since I do offer free shipping, I received $12.61. I paid $1.50 for this item at the Family Thrift Center outlet, so my total profit was $11.11. I picked it up just because I thought it was a cool sort of minimalist piece. It took forever to sell, and it didn't sell for much. The next day of sales was Thursday the 13th. I had 2 Mercari sales, 2 Depop sales, and 1 eBay sale. Wild. Absolutely no Poshmark sales, so it was the anti-Poshmark day. The first sale was on Mercari, and it was a Polo Ralph Lauren tennis preppy pink cable knit cardigan size large. There's a kid's cardigan. It sold for $35. After Mercari's fees and the cost to ship the item, I received $25.10. I paid $3 for this on a half-off day at the Salvation Army, so my total profit was $22.10. Really great sale for a kid's cardigan. The next sale on Mercari was a Hannah Hats Donegal wool plaid newsboy cap. It sold for $25, which was an offer. After Mercari's fees and the cost to ship the item, I received $17.03. I paid $5 for this item at a charity shop, so my total profit was $12.03. That sold after having it listed for maybe about a month or two. I did have to pay all that money to the model. Shucks. The next sales were on Depop, and the first one was a Predictions Vintage 90s Y2K Red Heels size 11. They sold for $40, which was an offer. After the cost to ship the item and Depop's fees, I received $24.09. I paid $4.32 for these at a family thrift center on a day when I had a 55% coupon, so my total profit was $19.77. Those sold fairly quickly after having them listed for a couple of weeks, and the buyer actually lives in Peru, but when I told them I don't ship internationally on Depop, they said that they would have a friend purchase them in the United States and they would send them over, so I'm glad that worked out. I haven't dipped much into international selling on any of the platforms, just because I'm scared, but it's on my to-do list. The next sale on Depop was actually pretty impressive. It was a Jones New York black silk floral Y2K 90s midi dress size 10. It sold for $60, which was my full asking price. After Depop's fees and the cost to ship the item, I received $46.40. I paid $8 for this at Goodwill, so my total profit was $38.40. I usually never source Jones New York. I know that they're expensive retail, but most of their stuff I've never really seen going for much, and I feel like it's really, really saturated. But when I saw this dress, I was like, this is so nice, and it's 100% silk, and it's midi, and it's black, and it looks like something a Y2K or a 90s teen romantic comedy heroine would wear in a movie, so I couldn't resist it. And it sold in maybe a couple of months after having listed it, so pretty pleased with that one. And on Depop of all places, a full price sale on Depop? When does that ever happen? I just get offers every 2 or 3 days that never get responded to, because I accept them and then the person falls off the face of the earth. So it's especially nice when one of these happens. The next sale was on eBay, and it was another one of those H&M X Barbie shirts, like the one I sold earlier that week. This was new with tags, and it was actually a size medium, which was a size smaller. I had bought both, and just because I wanted to see which one would fit me better. Ultimately, never liked either of them, and ended up missing the return window for both of them, and listed both of them. This one sold on eBay for $25. After eBay's fees, I received $20.39. I also paid $17.99 for this one, so my total profit was $2.40. Was not really looking to make a profit on that one, was just looking to get my money back, but a little profit, I'll take it. The next day was Friday the 14th. I actually only had one sale, and it was on Poshmark. It was a Quince Italian leather crossbody bag in cream. It sold for $45, which was an offer sent to a liker by FLYP. After Poshmark's fees, I received $33.98. I paid $7 for that bag at Goodwill, so my total profit was $26.98. I had this bag listed for just about a day, and I was not familiar with the brand at all. Quince or Quince, not sure how it's pronounced, seems to be a sort of sustainability label, one of those where they cut out the middleman and offer you luxury goods at a lower price point. And I looked at the website. Their stuff isn't that expensive to begin with. I think this bag itself was about $99 new, but it appears to have high ratings and people seem to like it. Case in point, this bag sold in less than a day. Comps looked good too. And the last day of sales is today, Saturday the 15th. I had one Poshmark sale, one Mercari sale, and one eBay sale. The Poshmark sale was a Reformation jeans white denim miniskirt size 26. It sold for $25, which was an offer. After Poshmark's fees, I received $20. I paid $5 for this, so my total profit was $15. I usually do okay with Reformation, and it usually sells really well, but for some reason this denim miniskirt took forever to sell. I have another one in the exact same size that's blue that has not moved yet. Hopefully soon it'll follow. The next sale was on Mercari, and it was a Crocs Kids Handle It rain boots in sea blue size 13. They sold for $17, which was an offer. After Mercari's fees and the cost to ship the item, I received $8.06. I paid $1 for these at the Goodwill bins. They weighed literally under a pound, so they couldn't have cost much. So my total profit was $7.06. Those were my death pile. Had them forever. They sold very quickly. Should have just listed them. And the last sale, which is by far my most impressive one, was on eBay. It was a Peruvian Connection Serenissima, love that name, Pima black knit dress size medium, new without tags. It sold for $130, which was an offer, and after eBay's fees, I am receiving $111.92. I paid $2 for this dress at the Salvation Army on a half-off day. I don't know why they would have even priced it at $4, but I wasn't there to ask questions. So after all that, my profit is $109.90. I've had mixed luck with Peruvian Connection. I had another dress that I thought was incredible incredible and beautiful, but it only sold for like $55 and that took forever. But this one I've had listed for maybe a couple of months and the model photos are beautiful. And I was thoroughly surprised when I got an offer like this. I was expecting that someone was gonna make an offer for like 60 or 70 at some point, and I would have probably accepted that, but 130, absolutely incredible. This dress did cost like $250 new. And that's actually my first sale that is going overseas with the eBay international shipping. I didn't even really opt into it, but I think they actually do it for everybody now. So it's going to Germany. So now we're going to go over my totals, and we're starting with Poshmark. On Poshmark, I sold a total of 15 items. So my total revenue on Poshmark was $499. After Poshmark's fees, I received $392.66. I paid $109.74 for the items that sold on Poshmark, so my total profit was $278.92. On Depop, I sold a total of 2 items for $100. After Depop's fees and the cost to ship the items, I received $70.49. I paid $12.32 for the items that sold on Depop, so my total profit was $58.17. On Mercari, I sold 4 items for a total of $97. After Mercari's fees and the cost to ship those items, I received $62.80. I paid $10.50 for the items that sold on Mercari, so my total profit was $52.30. On eBay, I sold a total of 5 items for $248 in revenue. After eBay's fees, I received $209.64. I paid $30.99 for the items that sold on eBay, so my total profit was $178.65. So now I'm going to tally all of my platforms together. I sold a total of 26 items for $944. After the fees associated with the miscellaneous platforms and all of the shipping costs, I received $735.59. I paid $163.55 in cost of goods, so my total profit for the week is $568.04. I was ecstatic about my sales this week, but I'd also love to hear what was your best sale this week. Let me know in the comments below. I want to thank you so much for watching. Please make sure you're subscribed and you've hit the bell icon, and I hope you have an incredible sales week. And until the next time, see ya! So for those not in the know, I am based in Houston, Texas. And I don't know if I have a Texas accent. People assume things from you when you say that you're from Texas. And I feel like I don't really exemplify any of those things that you see on TV. But one thing that I do a lot, I say y'all. So it's only fitting that today at the thrift store, I picked up this hat. You can see right there. Y'all. And it looks like it matches my shirt. I also have a really huge head, so finding a hat that fits is a victory. Until next time, I'll catch y'all later. See ya.